so well done, Justin Gaethje. I mean, incredible, class act. He got asked about Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor was, tweeting him and talking shit like he always does. And look, listen, he does a good job of keeping himself very relevant, even though he hasn't fought in quite some time. Justin shot it down big time. And I agree with it. I think he said that Conor's turned me down 6 times. Now it feels nice to be the one doing the turning down.
Do you think that's legitimate? Or do you think that's like a negotiation, playing a game?
No, I don't.
Think so?
I think that's legitimate. I think because he spoke about it last year or earlier this year, he wants to be the champ and he wants to defend the belt a few times and then retire. And getting sidetracked with the fight with Conor McGregor, that allows the title conversation to continue elsewhere. And if he wins or beats Islam Makhachev or Charles Oliveira, regardless of who the champ is after Abu Dhabi happens, then he'll get those big paydays anyway. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and Conor, he might be able to fight Conor McGregor as champion or whoever it is, and you still get big paydays, which will be pretty nice. Red panty nights everywhere. But, you want to focus on the legacy and then let the money follow afterwards, if possible. So, yeah, I agree with him. I agree with him.
Don't argue with a crazy man. He's crazy.
Right.
He said he had a chip in his teeth or in his leg or something like that. He's crazy. I had a line to him. I said, get your sunglasses off. That's how he tripped over a board. And that's how he messed himself up last time. Like, this guy's crazy. You didn't learn. You didn't learn the first time. Take the goddamn sunglasses off in the house, Tony said I intentionally poked him, like there's a narrative that I intentionally poked him and then that threw his momentum off. And then from there, the fight just went my way. I disagree with that. I felt I was doing so much more than that the entire fight. But the point is that I feel like one is that if you argue with this guy who, like Sean Strickland just put out a post, he said, who are the most insane, either Tony Ferguson or Diego Sanchez? Those guys have been known for being the most craziest of the two. And guess he won by 75%, on Sean's polls. I don't have anything to do with me anything or nothing. It's some crazy. It's on his stuff polls. Anyway, and so what I'm saying is if you argue with a crazy man, you're probably crazy, And so I'm not going to argue with him, On one side of it's like, he's got what is there that he thinks I'm intentionally trying to do this to do this for this fight, So I'm not going to argue with him on that aspect. He's crazy with that, but you can't argue with crazy.
UFC Nashville goes down this Saturday, and it is headlined by a catchweight bout between top bantamweights Corey Sandhagen and Rob Font, and you can watch it go down live on ESPN+. Do not wait. Click the link in the description and sign up for ESPN Plus today.
Fucking abs.
Where the wife gets her hand stuck in the butt.
You recorded. You recorded. Wow.
I'm sorry.
He said I stuck in his name. 1, 2, 3.
The dude is absolutely massive at welterweight. This is his 3rd time missing weight. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable.
100%. 100%.
Have a fight at 185 pounds. This is why I thought this was such a tough fight for for Wonderboy is, first of all, the style. The dude knows how to move. He's clearly familiar with that in and out karate type style, and the dude is massive for the weight class. So that was a concern for me, and it was a concern clearly for someone like Wonderboy and his team. I'm not giving anybody any edge. You know what I mean? Why are you going to give us? He already comes in heavy in the fight. Like, how much? Again, like, I wish I had someone like let me come in at 171 against Aldo. Even that 1 pound would have made a difference. And I think that, like, people are always like, well, it's just a couple pounds. Why isn't he cut? I always say this. I've said this many times on the podcast. It's like running a marathon and being like, can you just run another 7 miles for me? It's just another 7 miles. You just did a marathon, not a big deal. No, it is at that stage of the game. It is very big deal. Every mile, every pound is a big deal. And that can be the difference between feeling okay, feeling great, or feeling terrible.
He was like lightning there, man. I mean, he shot in fair play. I don't think Justin would have followed it up with unnecessary shots, but you never know. People always ask me, Dan Henderson, UFC 100, when I was unconscious from the first block, people are like, oh, he was out of line doing that. And I'm like, no, he wasn't. It is what it is. This is what you sign up for. Do you know what I mean? And you keep going till the referee drags you off.
I thought Herb kicked me, man. I didn't know what happened.
For real?
I thought I was getting jumped.
Then he hit you with the people's elbow, that guy. Gosh. Herb does slide in there a lot these days.
Bro. Off the top rope, though, Arrow? Jesus Christ.
Did you say? I saw you say something to him. Do you remember what you said to him in that moment?
To Herb?
Yeah.
Nah. I don't remember. Dude, honestly, like, so I've been stopped before. We all know that. This was one of the least, like, symptoms of like, no headache, no memory loss. You know, I felt like I lost, if anything, maybe 2 or 3 seconds. Like, when I see the punch coming, then I'm on the mat and I'm grabbing Herb's leg and I realize, oh no, it happened. Something happened. So I just laid back to kind of process it. You know, that's why I was on the mat for a second. I was awake and aware, but I just realized I was grabbing Herb's leg, so I was just laid back because I realized, you know, something bad had happened.
And then who tells you the news?
I mean, I just understand. Like, I know the news.
Right.
I've been doing this a long time. I know the news. I know I don't just wake up on the ground.
The most electrifying